We now head south of the border where Mexico is once again in the spotlight, this time over the safety of women after a shocking incident involving President Claudia Sheinbaum herself. On Tuesday, while speaking to supporters near the National Palace in Mexico City, Sheinbaum was groped and nearly kissed by a man who pushed his way through the crowd. Mobile footage shows the man putting his arm around the president and attempting to touch her. Sheinbaum moved away quickly and members of her staff intervened. The man was arrested the same evening and is currently in custody at the Sex Crimes Investigation Unit. Sheinbaum, who is Mexico's first female president, described the incident as an assault on all women and confirmed she would indeed be pressing charges. She said the man appeared drunk and added that he'd harassed other women in the crowd.
I experienced this episode of harassment. At that moment, I was talking to other people and didn't realize what was happening immediately. Juan Jose, who coordinates the entire support team, came over and moved him away. Yes, I obviously felt this person's closeness. He was, I repeat, completely drunk. I don't know if he was also on drugs. But I decided to file a complaint because this is something I experienced as a woman, and it's something women in our country go through.
The president went on to criticize media outlets for publishing images of the assault, calling it re-victimization and a breach of ethical standards. Now, the episode highlights broader concerns about harassment and gender-based violence in Mexico. President Sheinbaum emphasized that sexual harassment should be criminalized nationwide and called for a review of all laws in all states. She also announced plans for a national campaign against harassment, saying, quote, "There must be respect for women in every sense. Harassment is a crime, and it is time everyone in this country understands that," end quote.
Sexual harassment is not a criminal offense in all states of the Republic, but it is in Mexico City. And my reflection is, if I don't report it as a crime, besides being a crime, in what condition are all Mexican women left in if they do this to the president? What will happen to all the young women in our country?
Now, according to statistics, Mexico's record on women's safety is alarming. The National Institute for Statistics and Geography states 70% of women aged 15 or older have in fact experienced some form of violence at least once in their lifetime. The survey found that psychological violence affected a staggering 51.6% of women, with sexual violence affecting nearly 50% of women, and physical violence occurring to more than a third of all Mexican women. Femicide also remains a critical issue, and on average, 10 women and girls are killed every single day in Mexico, with over 95% of the cases going unpunished. In 2024 alone, over 500 femicide cases were reported through September alone, and in 2023, nearly 800 cases were recorded. Only a small fraction of cases result in criminal sentences, and reporting is low due to distrust in authorities.
Not even as president, holding such a high position, being who she is she free from the harassment that we women face every day? I mean, it's incredible that men just can't seem to control themselves, right? To simply respect us, I don't think that's such a hard thing to do.
For greater context, as per the World Population Review 2025, South Africa and Brazil rank highest for extreme violence against women, including sexual assault and homicide. Additionally, Argentina ranks third on the Women's Danger Index, and Mexico, followed by the Dominican Republic, ranked fourth and fifth, respectively, based on street safety, intentional homicide, and non-partner sexual violence factors. So as Mexico grapples with these systemic issues and seeing the president of the country, a woman, and one of the most popular and beloved global leaders fall victim to assault, will such a blaring spotlight on an endemic plague become the catalyst for change? My money is on Sheinbaum.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is First Post Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.